Okay, well, I thought I would make a quick video here of the arcade cabinet and kind of just give you an overview of how it works. And I'll just start by here, just kind of telling you what we redid. I mean, this whole cabinet didn't look like this at all when we first got it, but we've added new molding around it, new speakers, new laminate on the sides. We got a new marquee that my brother-in-law made for us and put in there. We redid the control panel completely. Got ourselves a spinner control here to basically navigate between games, and you can also use it in gameplay. We've got a joystick that can be used as a 4-way or an 8-way, and we've got a Tron joystick for Tron or for any flight games. You can use it as a flight stick. Here's Gate of Doom. This is the game that was originally on this cabinet when we got it. It really is not a very good game, but we left it on there anyway, just because that's what it originally was. And and we put new, laminate on the front here and everything. Totally redid the coin mech because it was all rusted out and yucky looking. And anyway, and then we've got the coin mech redone with some new lights on there, so you can put a token in there and start it if you like to, and or you can start it up here with the buttons. I've got it so you don't have to put coins in it all the time if you don't want to. And anyway, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I added some black lights along the top just because it makes it look kind of cooler. Those are actually black lights used on boats. I bought it at Bass Pro. Came in a strip like that, and it worked out pretty well. So I will zoom in a little bit on the screen here before I show you the gameplay and such. So let's see if we can get a decent view of the screen here. Okay. And I usually like playing this with the lights off, or at least with a lamp or something. An overhead light really doesn't work too well because sometimes you get some reflection on the screen. So I'm going to shut the light off here. There we go. And come over here. All the games have like a preview before you start it up. It has a video preview to kind of show you what the game is in case you forgot. And then just artwork that people have created to go along with that game. And then every now and then it'll go to random. It'll sort through all the games and it'll land on one. And it'll just keep doing this until you finally pick one and play it. And boy, this is an old one here. Each game shows you the year it came out. This one goes back to 1977, called Boot Hill. And it's basically just a shooting game where you play one character over here and you're trying to shoot the other one on the other side, and it keeps score 3-2, whatever. So sometimes the artwork looks better than the actual game, and this would be a good case of that. But it's an oldie, 1977, so I guess you got to give it some respect, huh? Anyway, so we'll move off of this, and burger time is a good one. Got to build hamburgers and stuff. Oh, I hit it there. Got to build hamburgers. You're the little chef, and you got hot dogs and stuff chasing you, and you gotta throw salt and pepper on them to stun them so you can escape and stuff. And that's a fun game. And Defender. Used to play this on the Atari all the time. This is the arcade version. It's a lot of fun there. And Dig Dug. And we'll play this one. So anyway, again, pretty cool artwork. Video preview. Anyway, you press the red button here, and what you're going to see is a startup screen. And this is the screen that you would get when you plug the game in at the arcade each morning. It would load up the game like this. So you don't usually see this, because when you get into the arcade, it's already opened, and you normally see this screen that awaits you. So anyway, we'll put a credit in, and I won't actually put one in the coin mech. I don't have one on me, but by pushing the one player and the red button, I've got it set up to give you credits. So there we go. And we just push the one player button. Oh, I thought he was going to walk through there. Oh, I'm toast. I can't believe I blew that, but here, we'll get even with them. There you go. Anyway, so you press the 2 buttons here, the 1 and 2 player, and it backs you out of the game. And then you can go back into your next game. Well, that's an old one, 1977. Anyway, we got all the favorites on here. You know, we got Donkey Kong. Love playing that game. Donkey Kong 3. I don't even remember Donkey Kong 3, to be honest with you. I don't care for the artwork so much on this because it covers up a lot of the preview. But anyway, like I said, I don't really remember that one. Donkey Kong 2. I played that just a little, but not that much. Donkey Kong Jr. I played quite a bit. That was a pretty fun game. I think that's all we had in the town I grew up in was Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. pretty much. Frenzy, I think we had that. Frogger. Everybody knows Frogger, right? Galaga. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. This and Tron. So here, we'll play a quick game, or at least play one screen here. Anyway, I like the artwork on this one because it's just on the sides. Some of the artwork goes around the screen and it makes the screen smaller. I don't care for that. They've got this one where it's just on the sides, and that way you still have your full screen, and it doesn't shrink that up. And normally without the artwork, this would just be black on these 2 sides. So it kind of adds a cool little element to the game there while you're playing it. So start it up. Anyway, so plays just like the ones at the arcades. And so anyway, got a lot of games on here. Journey. I don't know if you remember this one from 1983. It's kind of funny. You actually play the band members, and you got to jump on these things. I don't know if those are drums or what, but you got to try to get your instruments back or something. Kind of silly. I really don't remember this in the arcades. I remember it for the Atari 2600, but not for the arcade. I'm not even sure exactly how to play this, so I've not really messed with it yet. But it's kind of neat. Not every band gets their own video game, right? Pretty cool. Joust. Joust is a good one. I'm sure you remember that. Anyway, we got most of the big ones that you can think of on here. And then a lot of them that, you probably don't remember. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker from 1990. I never played this game, but it intrigued me just because it's Michael Jackson, so I threw it on here. I'll get around to playing that someday. Mario Brothers, same way. Apparently this is 1983. Mario Brothers had a game out before the Nintendo, and this is basically what it looked like. And I haven't tried this one out yet either, but I loaded it on there, so one of these days I'll get around to playing that one. Missile Command, Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man's a lot of fun, of course. This is another one of those ones. See, it kind of got the artwork along the top and bottom, and it shrinks the screen down, but this one doesn't do it too bad, so I left it on there. So, I like putting that on there. Come on. Wow. I let go of the joystick, dummy. But anyway, you get the idea. So, pretty cool. And that's, pretty much it. We got regular Pac-Man too, of course. Gotta have regular Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Paperboy. This is the one where you have to go down the street and deliver papers to people, and you got to avoid the stuff in the streets, like the cars and the dog that will come out and bark at you, and that's kind of a fun game. Pole position, you know, it's okay. It's a classic though. Had to throw it on there. Punch Out. This is okay. Boxing game. Threw that on there. Q*bert. Q*bert's fun. Q*bert's fun. That's what's nice about the joystick I got for this, because on Q*bert you don't go up and down and sideways. You go at an angle. So this joystick that I have on here, the computer, the card that it's plugged into, it can automatically recognize the game. So it knows that when you play Q*bert, the up and down doesn't do anything, and the sides don't do anything. It automatically just works for the corners. And that's kind of cool. It makes it easier to play like that, just like the original would. And anyway, there's a bunch of games on here. Tron is one of my favorites. When he hits that random, it goes through them so fast you can't even see what it's doing. But we'll end on a little bit of Tron here, because I just love that game so much. You probably remember this one. This is you basically had 4 mini games on here that you would play, and this is the main reason I got this joystick, and the main reason I got the black light too, because Tron cabinet originally was all black lights all over the place. It was one of the coolest cabinets ever, and this thing would literally glow with all these black lights. So I was like, Rob, you gotta get some black lights. If you're gonna go to the trouble of getting the original joystick for it, you gotta have the black lights on there. So yeah, I bought those at Bass Pro and added them on there. And makes it look pretty cool. And this game is the main reason I got the spinner too, because this game originally just uses a joystick and a spinner. So this game here was pretty cool because you had 4 mini games. So you use this here and you pick the game. You had tanks here. There's a pattern to a lot of these. But after a while, your pattern, you lose track of them. I can't remember them all. But then you had a light cycle. And you basically, the object was to block this other cycle in. Basically like that. And they just get progressively harder and harder as the game goes on. But anyway, yeah. So that is the arcade cabinet. So it's pretty fun. It needs a little work done to it, just because I still want to probably get some of these games off of here, because some of these games I'm never going to play. But if you would believe it, there were literally tens of thousands of games to originally pick from. But some of them were different versions, like a Japanese version and stuff. And so it's basically you'd have 10 different Pac-Mans and stuff. So I just went through and picked out the versions that you're used to seeing in the U.S. and going with those. And so anyway, that's the cabinet. So